In November of 1987, a Soviet train operator named Viktor Lebedev was traveling through one of the most isolated regions of Siberia. It was nearly 2 a.m. The temperature outside had dropped below -30 degrees, and the forest surrounding the railway was completely dark. No villages, no roads, nothing except snow and endless trees. According to Victor's official statement, the journey had been normal for hours. Then suddenly, he saw someone standing on the tracks ahead. At first, he thought it was an animal, maybe a wolf frozen in the snow, but as the train moved closer, the shape became clearer. It was a person. A tall figure dressed entirely in black stood motionless beneath the train lights. It didn't react. Not to the horn, not to the shaking rails, not even to the massive cargo train approaching directly toward it. Later, Victor would describe the moment with one sentence. It looked like it was waiting for me. Panicking, Victor slammed the emergency brakes. The steel wheels screamed against the frozen rails as sparks exploded beneath the train. But the cargo train was far too heavy to stop in time. And then, just seconds before impact, the figure slowly stepped backward and disappeared into the forest. Not ran, not jumped. It simply vanished into the darkness. When the train finally stopped, Victor and his assistant grabbed flashlights and searched the area beside the tracks. But what they found was even more disturbing. There were no footprints in the snow, no broken branches, no signs that anyone had ever been there at all. The incident was officially blamed on exhaustion and sleep deprivation. But 3 days later, another railway crew working near the same coordinates discovered something hidden deep within the forest. Behind rusted fencing and collapsed concrete sat an abandoned underground Soviet bunker. And according to local military records, that bunker did not officially exist. The entrance looked as if it had been abandoned in a hurry. Old equipment was scattered across the floor. Broken monitors still flickered with static. Metal doors hung half open, and classified documents covered nearly every room. But one detail immediately caught the workers' attention. Several files carried the same name, Project Echo. Years later, former Soviet personnel anonymously claimed that Project Echo had been part of a classified Cold War experiment. Its objective was terrifyingly simple: remove fear from soldiers completely. Soviet scientists believed that fear was the greatest weakness in combat. A soldier without fear would never hesitate, never panic, never refuse an order. To achieve this, test subjects were isolated underground for months at a time. Some were deprived of sleep for days. Others were exposed to experimental sound frequencies designed to alter human behavior. At first, the results appeared successful. The subjects became calmer, more obedient, emotionless. But eventually, something changed. Several subjects began hearing whispers coming from the forest outside the bunker. Others claimed they were being watched at night by dark figures standing beyond the trees. One medical report described a man sitting silently in a dark room for nearly 18 hours, repeating the same sentence over and over again. "There is someone outside." Soon, even the bunker staff started reporting strange activity. Motion sensors activated randomly during the night. Electrical systems failed without explanation. Security personnel claimed they could see silhouettes standing near the tree line during snowstorms, always motionless, always watching. Then came the final surviving report. Dated February 3rd, 1988, it contained only a single paragraph. The subjects no longer believe they are alone. Staff exposure is increasing. Immediate termination of Project Echo has been recommended. After that, the records ended completely. No shutdown report, no evacuation files, nothing. When the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, the bunker was permanently sealed and erased from official archives. The surrounding forest was later declared restricted territory, but the story never disappeared. Even today, railway workers travelling through the same section of Siberia continue reporting unexplained emergency brake activations at the exact same coordinates, and according to several witnesses, late at night, a tall figure dressed in black can still sometimes be seen standing silently beside the tracks, watching from the forest.